Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Haberdasher's Reviews Revisited. Going over once again the infectious madness of Dr. Dekker. I am your lovely, maybe, host, Tripper. Really not a whole lot to be said, except I do, of course, as always, want to let you know that we do everything here at Rabbit Haberdashery in support of Extra Life, supporting Children's Miracle Network to provide how do I want to say that? Okay, pause a second. It's real easy for me to just kind of go through a whole spiel on that and just say, yeah, we're here to give money to Children's Miracle Network. No, it's something that matters to me, to Tim, to all the rest of us that have these fun adventures together, doing all sorts of random nonsense. But no, it's serious. Children's Miracle Network does a lot of really great things, and it's something that we're passionate about, and we would hope that you could be as well, to give these kids the resources they need to get better, and to give them resources to help their time in the hospital be just that much more endurable. So, seriously, Extra Life, Children's Miracle Network hospitals, they're worth helping. They're worth supporting. It's you won't waste a single dime that you send to them. It's all going to go towards something that really matters. So, yeah, I think I said that well enough. So, that got really serious, but it's a serious subject. So anyhow, let's just completely change gears 100% and switch back to the infectious madness of Dr. Dekker. So we left off last time. It's been a week, and let's see. Oh, would you look at that? Thanks. It's probably Tim who posted that in chat. Yes, please go to that link. That will give you everything that you need for getting this taken care of. We found out one weird little thing with apparently I don't have the login credentials for posting links or even in chat. So thanks. We'll get that sorted out. Don't worry about it. But yes, so back to the infectious madness of Dr. Dekker. So yes, I have stepped into the shoes of Dr. Dekker, or actually his successor, because Dr. Dekker came down with a case of the Dekker Deads. God, that was terrible. So I'm helping his patients, also trying to figure out exactly what happened to the erstwhile Dr. Dekker, because, yeah, probably should be good in case it happens to me too. So, you know what? Let's just get right back into it.
At midnight each day.
On Valentine's night,
Time as you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I was at home,
David is my husband.
all on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death.
When I'm dancing,
You get this day over and over,
Hilda,
I black out,
I don't think she's got long.
and Laurie just,
naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
David hunts,
I can change my skin.
then skins.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
I had a hot date
We went out for drinks.
I took photos of Jessica.
Dr. Dekker did
on
phone
Valentine's Day.
and ask me for Nathan's number.
There was a girl there.
Am I wrong to keep the locket?
I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I?
He was preoccupied with finding
Photographs,
patterns.
rocking chair.
I haven't been back to the beach since,
I had a bit of a shaky loop incident.
where I find something
I set fire
beautiful in the sea.
to Hannah's clothes in the garden.
I dug the grave.
I wish I'd said goodbye.
Dr. Dekker cursed me.
It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it.
Oh boy. Professor Warwick. Oh, I've not talked to you yet. Oh boy. This'll be fun. Hi there, Doctor. What does my menu... Who? Yes, who? Please tell me, who the hell are you?
Professor Warwick, I'm a physicist. Where's Dr. Dekker?
He's dead. He's dead.
I'm not aware of that.
We're off to a great start. Damn it. I hate this game. Oh, no, I don't hate it. Dekkers. Really?
Is he really? Actually dead? Not a worthy adversary after all, then.
The hell does that even mean?
Dr. Dekker challenged me. He tried to use my theories against me. Quantum theories.
Oh god, I'm not paid enough for this. What theories?
Do you really want to know?
I do. I asked.
Dekker's eyes used to glaze over whenever we talked about that. He didn't believe in quantum physics. As if it's something that you can optionally believe in. Well, it started with an experiment.
What experiment?
Have you heard of quantum suicide, Doctor?
No. No, I have not.
Quantum suicide is a thought experiment that tries to explain the many worlds theory.
Oh.
You're looking at me blankly. I can see that you don't understand. I knew you wouldn't. Alternate universes. Essentially, if I were to shoot myself, then in some alternate universe, I'd still be alive. Now imagine if I could actually choose that universe. Taking a product off a supermarket shelf, well, I simply applied that logic to something different.
What?
Gambling.
Gambling.
I set up an experiment whereby I would visit a casino and place a very large bet at a roulette table. Now, I would always bet on odd. Now, the results of this particular experiment were mundane. I won as many times as you would expect according to the laws of probability. But then, I changed a parameter.
What parameter did you change?
Quantum suicide required a loss of life to make it a realistic thought experiment. So I simply upped the stakes. Now, every time I bet on odd, I would place everything I had on that one spin of the wheel, and it worked. For a while.
That sounds expensive. That sounds very expensive. Just like losing all your clothes at the beach.
Dr. Dekker killed it, and I can't get it back.
What? How the hell did a psychiatrist kill this experiment? Great. Okay. How did he kill it?
Well, my theory, quantum gambling. If the stakes are high enough, you will win every time by simply shifting your consciousness into that branch that wins. It's tricky, but it can be done. Dr. Dekker didn't like that. He saw me becoming rich and powerful, and he hated that. That's why he proffered the hangman's paradox.
What's the hangman's paradox?
Well, imagine a judge sentences you to death. Now, it will be Monday or Tuesday next week, but it will be a surprise. Well, which day do you think you'll be executed?
Oh, I've heard of this one. I hate this paradox. It's one of those BS ones. Tuesday.
Well, it can't be Tuesday, because if you're still alive on Monday at midnight, then you know you'll be executed on Tuesday, so it won't be a surprise. Conversely, it can't be Monday either, because, well, you'll be expecting it to be Monday by deduction. Hence, a paradox. Dr. Dekker tricked me.
So, execute them on Sunday. That'll be a surprise.
He told me that sometime in the future I would lose a bet, that I would lose all of my money. Now, this didn't seem likely because I had quantum gambling on my side and it was working. But he unnerved me. He made me doubt myself. And then it happened.
You lost it all.
Recently, I lost everything that I'd managed to build up since Vanessa left me.
Oh, there's a woman involved. There's always something like this. Who is Vanessa? I'm just gonna go there.
We were married for 14 years, 7 months, and 3 days.
That's obsessive to know.
Vanessa couldn't have children. At least that's what she told me. She grounded me in reality. I'm not complaining. It's probably what I needed. But part of me always thought that one day I'd achieve immortality through science and we'd be... It wasn't to be, though.
Okay. Did it bother you? You couldn't have...
Well, yes, it bothered me, especially now that I find out that she's pregnant. Oh, no, it wasn't a rocket scientist that was required, but a brain surgeon, it seems. I have considered putting that neurosurgeon onto his darkest timeline. But I'm not a killer, it would seem.
Oh, man. Watching my facial reactions in the camera, I'm starting to realize it probably is a good thing that I actually haven't really gone down into this as my career path anymore. Because the first time one of these people walked into my office, oh, that would go badly. Okay, so why gambling?
Why not gambling? My wife Vanessa left me for a neurosurgeon. She emptied our entire combined wealth into her barrister's wallet. I needed more money. Physics provided me with a solution.
Until it didn't. Why would Dekker hate you from rich and powerful?
Honestly? Well, I think he feared quantum physics.
Oh.
He didn't like things being explained in terms of science. Almost as if he'd have preferred chaos.
Okay, then. What were you doing on Valentine's night? Ah, yes, this is when Dr. Dekker had his doom.
I was at a fundraiser for a charity called Mind Stretch Outreach. Don't know how I got roped into that, I can't remember. But it was full of very clever children with bizarre outlooks on life. And Jaya. It was Jaya who asked me to go.
That's my receptionist. Okay.
It's full of poor kids with very capable minds. I did give them a talk on quantum tunneling once, and they loved it. Not sure it'll put dinner on the table for any of them, though.
Unless you can tunnel your way into the grocery store. That joke did not work. Oh well.
Oh, you're going to have to Google that, Doctor, I'm afraid. I'm not a walking Wikipedia. I'd love to tell you, but I am paying you by the hour. Maybe look up Schrodinger's cat whilst you're there.
You pretentious prick. How old do you know Jaya?
Oh, she's Dr. Dekker's lovely assistant. I imagine she's your lovely assistant now. Yeah, she always smiles and makes me a cup of tea before a session. That smile. Which reminds me, my session. Can we talk about my problem now?
Oh, man. I want to bill you extra for being a dick. Yes, talk about your problem.
I'm not a gambler, Doctor.
Yes, you are.
I'm a scientist. I need more money.
That sounds like a gamble.
It's true, I've run out of money for my research. An opportunity has arisen.
Oh, this sounds expensive. Let me guess. You want me to sell Mary Kay products?
A very wealthy group of individuals have offered to pay me a very large sum of money if I attend their next private soiree. They don't want a talk or anything like that. They want a practical demonstration.
Of what?
They'll pay me £1 million if I can successfully survive 6 rounds of Russian roulette. Now, I am worried because of what Dr. Dekker said, but, well, I can't help but thinking that the stakes are so high I can't possibly lose. What do you think, Doctor? Should I take them up on their offer?
I want to say yes, because I really want to see this guy get his head blown off, but no, you can't. Sorry.
No. No, I suppose you're right. In a darker timeline, you probably said yes, and I'm dead now. I earn good money where I work. How do I stop losing it?
Maybe stop gambling? Thank you, see?
I take your point. But I suppose to decide whether to continue gambling or to stop gambling is a gamble within itself, isn't it?
Don't get semantics with me.
Well, my time is up. Will we be having another session or... No, don't answer that. It'll turn you into a gambler like me. Infectious. Isn't it?
What? Oh, and he's gone. Okay. Sure. I wasn't able to get everything, but sure. Why not? Okay, Jay, don't give me that look. Jesus. How are you today?
I'm fine. I'm ready for my grief counselling. I emailed you Mariana's address. I don't know why you'd want it. I suppose you're going to start doing home visits now, like Dr. Dekker?
Wait, what?
Doctor, if you don't want it, don't text me and ask for it. It's all right. I don't mind doing menial tasks for you. Someone has to do them.
What? Jeez, that's a lot of things to talk about. Home visits.
Yes, Dr. Dekker started doing home visits for Mariana. He said she couldn't concentrate properly in his office. I hope you're not thinking of doing the same thing. I need you right where I can see you.
Oh. Why do you need me where you can see me? Is it because you're trying to kill me? Or are you spying on me?
Checks and balances, Doctor. Somebody needs to be watching the watchman, so to speak. Make sure you're helping, not hindering.
Fun. Was Dr. Jekyll helping or hindering?
He probably did his fair share of helping and hindering. He was definitely helping in the beginning, but then seemed to lose sight of things.
With his infectious madness? How did he lose sight of things?
I think he was so overwhelmed by the patients he was getting. His
This
curiosity just got the better of him.
This lot,
There
yeah.
was a definite turning point.
Any doctor who dealt with this lot of people, dear God, help them. Turning point.
Somewhere around the time Professor Alderby turned up, that seemed to unsettle him. And then we had a flood of extra weird patients. I think it was all too much for him. I think I misjudged him. I hope you deal with it better.
I can't because this is a game. Shall we talk about grief?
Grief is such a strange word if you keep saying it. Grief, grief, grief. It sounds like somebody's being whipped. And you're going to ask me how I feel today?
How do you feel today? If this doesn't work, I don't know what to say. Oh, I already asked that. Okay. Sure. Ben.
I think that's all settled now. We are agreeing to pay Ben £5,000 and he's agreeing not to say anything about what he saw.
Oh, hush money. That's not problematic. What didn't we see?
He thought he saw a creature
Oh, God.
coming out of Dr. Dekker's mouth. Well, at least that's the reason he's given for not emptying the bins that night. Either way, it's not the kind of publicity that we need. Shiny, happy, sane people.
Oh, this is straight up Lovecraftian. Oh my God. Paper spike? What paper spike?
It's in that police report that I gave to you. You should really take a look at it.
Clues. His chest wound. Why can't I go anywhere? Report. Is this... Can I not go down? Title, doctor. First name, none. Last name, oh, great. So he doesn't have a name. Great. Chest, blood, spike, death Oh, paper spike. That thing. Right. Estimated from liver temperature measurements between 8:30 and 10:30 on Valentine's Day. So it's possible that the body was discovered before it died. Claire's arrest report. This is. Oh yeah, stabby lady. Neighbor. Why is? Stayed next to me like blood. Conscious, but Patricia blood on carpet, walls, and furniture. Steak knife on the floor. That's illegal now in Britain. At least in London. Claire Castleford. David Castleford. Dead man. Wait. Wait, dead? Whoa, 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 whoa. David's not dead. She goes and visits him at the lake house or wherever. Okay, theory forming. David is dead, and the guy that's over at the lake house is actually Dr. Dekker. That's a possibility. Okay. The clot thickens. Dekker.
Some mornings I come into work and still expect him to be here. Sometimes it feels like he actually is here, watching over me. We had a connection. It's gone now, though. You can't have a connection with the dead, can you? Not for too long, anyway.
Oh, well, that's not ominous. What connection?
Dr. Dekker asked me to have dinner with him for Valentine's. I refused, obviously, because you don't sleep where you eat or something like that. But it was flattering, especially with competition like Mariana around.
Yes, naked beach lady. Right. Competition.
Sorry, I didn't mean I was competing. I was happy Mariana was going out with him. I didn't want to be romantic with him. We had a stronger connection than that.
A stronger connection?
Dr. Dekker and I shared some philosophy. We'd both read The Cult of the Kinetic Mind, and we agreed with a lot of what it said. Have you read that book, Doctor?
Absolutely not. Oh, I can't even say I did. Probably because the book doesn't actually exist.
In Cult of the Kinetic Mind, the author suggests that everyone is capable of psychokinesis and that the cult leaders specifically had these powers that turned their followers into disciples. It's not a fun read, but if you're into psychology, it's a blast.
Oh, I could make a lot of spicy comments about that, but I'm not going to. Psychokinesis. Telekinesis. Is that like moving things with your mind?
Psychokinesis is the ability to change the physical world without actually touching it, just by using your mind. It's not just about bending spoons. It covers all sorts of things like telepathy, telekinesis, telesabalas. Shoot me, I'm a Kojak fan.
What? I have no idea what that meant. Notes. Oh my god, all these notes. Okay, let's see here. Do you believe in psychokinesis?
Like I said, all those cool things are in Cult of the Kinetic Mind, apart from Kojak, obviously. If you ever get a patient who thinks they can change the world with just their mind, then duck, just in case they can. But seriously, do a whole load of shrinking and make them better. Whether you believe in psychokinesis or not, you'll need to figure out your approach with those that do.
Okay, then. What approach?
How do you make people who think they have special powers better? Do you remain passive and support, encourage them, take them away?
Be passive.
Things could escalate. Building trust is one thing, but at what cost?
I'm not paid enough for this. Psychokinesis common.
No, not at all in my experience. Dr. Dekker had an unusual number of patients who claimed psychokinesis.
Yeah.
Either he'd been specifically looking for them or someone had been sending them.
Well, I'm getting that feeling. Why would they send him here?
It's entirely possible that someone is targeting this practice with psychokinetic patients. To what end, I don't know. It's no coincidence that most psychokinetic patients are diagnosed as insane, or at least temporarily insane. It's a handy diagnosis if you're facing criminal prosecution, especially if it's for murder.
Like Stabby Lady, whose husband I thought wasn't actually dead. What did you do on Valentine's?
I was at home on my lonesome, Doctor, like I said before.
Big sad. Nathan.
He talked to me a bit. It's been bothering me, but I think I should share it. My keycard went missing on Valentine's Day and Nathan had it. Well, he gave it back to me in the morning, said he'd found it on the floor of the office, but I don't drop things, Doctor, not keycards. I checked the access log and it was used at 10:05 on Valentine's night. I guess it doesn't prove he used it, but somebody did.
Okay, now, so that answers that. That really answers that. Okay. Let's see. Told the police with the keycard.
I haven't mentioned it to the police yet. I'm still thinking about it.
Okay. Oh man, these come out of nowhere. Why couldn't she concentrate in the office? Okay.
Honestly, I think Dr. Dekker had a bit of a crush on Mariana, or vice versa. I'm not really sure. There's some footage from their home sessions if you want to see them.
Is that a thing I have now? Yes, show me the footage.
That was a joke, Doctor. I guess we found our level.
Okay. Is grief Sully being whipped?
Oops, that was a strange thing to say, wasn't it? Whipped. Am I all whips and chains in the bedroom or dominant in the boardroom? Don't answer that, it's not a question. It's early days for a harassment suit yet, what with Ben's nervous shock already.
Huh. Okie day then. What do you know about Decker's mother?
Dr. Dekker did send me to see his mother once. She was dying in a nursing home and he didn't want to see her. I remember him calling her a manipulative, evil old hag. You tend not to ask any more questions after that.
All the problems stem back to the parents, don't they? And how can cult leaders turn followers into disciples? Okay. Wow. The things that it considers important are not what I would pick out.
Followers and disciples have a very strong tie to their cult leaders, almost like they've been brainwashed. The author suggests that this is because they've witnessed some kind of psychokinesis, like pyrokinesis or telekinesis.
Okay, then. Wild shit. Alright, Brucey. Or Brycey. Bryce, my boy. What we got today? How are you? How you doing, bud?
Hello, Doctor. I've been thinking about our last session,
Oh boy.
and I just wanted you to know that I'm not a bad person.
Oh boy.
I know taking naked photographs is wrong, but you don't know what it's like until you face the same temptation. I'm assuming you don't know what it's like.
I definitely do not.
Do you have an extra hour, Doctor?
God, I want to say yes. Hell, I'm going to say yes.
You're playing games with me, Doctor. I was going to tell you what I know about the murder weapon, but now, well, now you just have to go without.
Damn. Tell me about the murder weapon. Tell me about the paper spike.
Dr. Dekker frequently used that paper spike on his desk as an example. I'm sure he did it with the other patients too. He'd make me look at it, touch the point to see how sharp it was. He'd tell me that because I think it's sharp, it will hurt me. But if I thought it was nothing, it could pass right through my hand.
Oh boy, Dr. Dekker is a loony as well. Great. Oh. Who's the hooded figure? Oh, I don't remember this.
I don't know who it is. My initial thought was that it was you. That I told you about my affliction and somehow you'd got it too. Now I think maybe it's the military or some organization that wants to use the hour themselves.
I have no recollection of this.
Maybe it's Dr. Dekker risen from the dead.
Or he's not dead.
I need to talk to you about him.
Okay. Tell me about the hooded figure.
Whatever it is that's following me, it doesn't want to catch me yet. If I move towards it, it runs away. And when I follow it past temptations. A bar brawl, an open till, an open bedroom window. Like it's testing me.
Okay. How's the military be following you?
I'm surprised I haven't been approached earlier. I mean, my skills in the military. Special ops would be a breeze, wouldn't it? Waltz in past everyone during the midnight hour, get whatever you want, and return to friendly soil. It also makes me think that they might already know all of that, and that they want to get rid of me in case I tell anyone else. Would you do something for me if they get me?
What? Sure, I'll do it.
Would you tell Jessica I love her? She didn't really know me that well, but
Yeah.
I did love her.
You went and took naked pictures of her.
And also, there's a hard drive in the bottom drawer of my drinks cabinet. Please destroy it. Please, don't look at it.
Oh, boy. What else do you tell Dekker?
I spied on Dr. Dekker, not long before he was murdered. I'm not sure I should tell you what I saw in his basement.
Oh. Please tell me.
I'd been feeling uneasy with Dr. Dekker for some time. I mentioned how he'd changed before, so I began spying on him at home. One night, the basement door was open, and Dekker was returning upstairs. I skipped past him, and there she was, a girl. It was difficult to tell, it was dark, and she was chained.
Oh, boy. What'd you do with the chain girl?
I removed the chains, dressed her, and sat her in the police station. There's no evidence, though. No evidence of what he'd done. But she was free. I saved her. I'm not evil. I destroyed evil.
Well, there's a murder motive right there.
I split the brawl up.
Let me guess, that's it. Yep. Open to it.
I did nothing. I'm not stealing any more.
Anymore. Bedroom window.
I looked in. Watching other people is somehow built into our genes, Doctor. There was an old woman in bed. I went inside. Her bed covers were smoking. I think she'd fallen asleep holding a cigarette. I took the covers and put them in the bath. She'd have died otherwise. And no, I didn't take any pictures.
Wookie. David Castleford.
I'm actually a classically trained pallbearer.
What?
There are a lot of health and safety considerations. Not everybody can do it. Well, properly at least. Occasionally I step in if the funeral director is short-shouldered. I do remember her face. She wasn't upset in the usual way. She seemed agitated. Her husband must have been a giant. The coffin was so heavy. I remember because aft port side sprained his ankle. That and he wasn't lifting correctly.
Claire asked you something, Dave's buddy.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, Doctor. I saw Claire Castleford's husband in the coffin myself before carrying him to the grave. He is in the ground. I'm sure it wouldn't take much for the police to get an order to have him exhumed. Just make sure it's done on Tuesday morning when I'm off.
Seen Jessica again.
Jessica is a beautiful woman. I've not spied on her since the incident we talked about. I have real feelings for her, Doctor. We've never connected.
And I don't think you ever will. Oh, God. No. 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 Never in a million years would a competent psychotherapist recommend this. Oh, God. You should not. Avoid her. Just stay away. Just, God.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. It's nice you think I'm capable of such basic interaction with females. But I'm still in awe of her, really. I will think about it, though.
Okay, then. How is your job?
I put my hand through a rusty nail at work today.
Ow.
It hurt like hell and bled like I'd been shot. I closed my eyes and thought, this isn't happening. The nail is just a worm, and it will wriggle through me. When I looked back, can you guess what I saw?
Let me guess. There was no nail.
When I looked back at my hand, it was healed. Look, see?
That's just great. How did your hand heal?
My hand had healed. The nail had become a worm and was wriggling in my palm. It was like a little miracle. Like magic. I shouldn't really say miracle or magic. They're words that Dr. Dekker used when he tried to get you to think things and make them real. But do you think it's real, Doctor? That magic is real?
No, magic is not real.
Then so it isn't. I envy you, Doctor. I wish I could be so sure.
Okay. Why did you say aft port side? When the hell did he say aft port side?
I find using nautical terms to describe the position of pallbearers fitting. Plus, most of them are 3 sheets to the wind. You know, drunk.
I didn't know what that expression meant. Thanks. Hint. Did he find anything else when he spied on Dekker? Okay.
One question, one answer. That works best.
What?
That's hurting my head. Can you ask one bit at a time?
What?
No. Sorry.
I don't know what you want me to do. Okay, let's move on to Stabyvich.
It makes for interesting reading, doesn't it? I can tell you're dying to ask me about it. Fire away.
It says your husband is dead. Care to explain that?
That's what it says. I can see you're confused. The police say that David is dead, fatally wounded when I stabbed him. The coroner says that David is dead. Everyone says that David is dead. There was even a funeral. But I know he's alive.
Oh boy, we just opened a whole other can of crazy. Okay, well, yeah, that's probably Dekker, but let's just suss this out.
He's buried at Henley Church. You can go see for yourself. There's even a headstone. One of your other patients was a pallbearer. I never forget her face. You should ask him.
I did ask him. Tend to fail.
David wanted to have a talk about our relationship. Not something any married person wants to hear.
Oh.
He said he'd been with Iris for about a year and that he loved her.
Uh-oh.
He said he didn't love me anymore.
Uh-oh.
Which I know is a lie. You don't just fall out of love with somebody. I reacted badly. I grabbed the nearest weapon I could find, which happened to be the steak knife, and stabbed him with it. There was so much blood. I instantly regretted it.
'Cause he died.
So I fixed him.
You fixed him?
It was about a week later. I brought David back to life. Not with voodoo, not with virginal sacrifice. I just willed it to happen, and it did.
Psychokinesis?
Dr. Dekker told me it was possible, but only if you're not buried. He says once you're in the ground, there's no coming back. But until then, you have a chance at resurrection.
I want to kill Dekker because he's just... What the hell? Oh...
Yes, resurrection. But now that I've seen the results, I don't think there's anything holy about it. I think reanimation is more an accurate term. Like, I'm an evil necromancer raising things from the dead.
Oh god, we're playing D&D. What are the results?
I think his brain was already decaying during the week that he was dead. Important bits. So when I brought him back to life, I didn't heal him completely. Just gave him life in the state he was in. I mean, he's hunting and killing things and trying to roast them on fires he can only light with matches, but that's about it. He's your basic Neanderthal. So I have a problem.
I really need to see evidence of this. What is your problem, other than being batshit crazy?
I'm being charged with murder because the police don't know he's still alive, and I can't get David to vouch for me for obvious reasons. I think it would raise quite a few more questions than answers, which is why I'm hoping that you'd be able to help me.
Okay, what I want to know, if she's indicted for murder, how the hell is she coming in here on her own accord? She should not be out and walking around. Someone make that make sense to me. How can I help you?
Considering the circumstances, I'd be grateful if you could see your way to declaring me temporarily insane at the time of the murder.
Oh boy.
To lessen my sentence. Because I'm not a killer. But I can't prove otherwise. You don't still think I'm a killer, do you, Doctor?
My ethics are burning. Oh god, what do I do with this? No, stabby lady. No, you're not a killer.
Thank you, Doctor. So then you'll help me. You'll say I was temporarily insane?
No, you weren't.
I'm going to pretend that I didn't hear that. Let's have a few more sessions before you seal our fates. Or is it that you want something else? Like Dr. Dekker did?
What did he want?
Dr. Dekker teased me mercilessly about my electability. He didn't believe I'd reanimated David. Once, he presented me with a dead mouse and commanded me to give it life again. I didn't, of course. It's not something I'd throw around lightly. He changed his mind about me eventually. And then he mentioned the girl.
Oh, since the girl was in his basement. What girl did he mention?
He told me he'd locked up a girl in the basement of his house. Just for me. And he asked me to reanimate her. It was Iris. I said I couldn't reanimate something that wasn't dead, and he said that wouldn't be a problem. So I agreed. I just played along. I was hoping it wasn't real. I assumed it wasn't real. But he was offering me what I wanted, a temporary insanity diagnosis.
What?
It didn't happen. Dr. Dekker called me from his house to cancel. He was furious. He said that Iris had escaped, and he blamed me for it. He said that I must have set her free after he told me about her. I knew it was all lies anyways. He was obviously titillating himself by reprimanding me. He knew I'd never want to speak to Iris again, so I couldn't prove it either way.
So, the girl was her husband's floozy. That's great. Okay, that changed Decker's mind.
Dr. Dekker asked if I could prove David wasn't dead, so I took him to the lake house. He saw that I was telling the truth. I can take you to see him too, if you like. Would you like to see David, Doctor?
Yes, absolutely.
Very well. In our next session.
That's probably going to get me killed, but sure. Which patient was a pallbearer?
Bryce was a pallbearer for David. He's also a gravedigger, I believe.
This is true. How do you know Bryce?
Smuggling a body out of a funeral can be difficult.
Oh.
Unless you pay the right people.
Oh. Well, how are you today?
I've been to the lake house regularly, keeping an eye on David. I saw the girl again, the one I told you about. She was playing outside.
Oh, that girl. Paper spike.
A paper spike is an odd thing to use as a weapon. I suppose if it went directly into the heart, it might work. Or through his eye, or perhaps through the ear into his brain. Or was it just a frenzied, bloody mess of a murder? Do you know, Doctor?
I do know. Okay, new questions. How is it possible David brought back to life?
You tell me.
Oh.
What could possibly explain that?
Is David not human?
Since I brought him back, I felt that there was something different about him. Something not quite right. I think it's his brain. But how ludicrous that you can bring someone back in the first place. It's like that book, Pet Cemetery. Funnily enough, he does smell of earth, but that's because he spends most of his time out hunting.
You think nice he would be a ghost?
I assure you, David is not a ghost. I've touched him.
How did you touch him? Of course I asked that. Are you lying?
If David doesn't exist, then that means that I really did kill him. He really is buried, and I really should be going to prison for a very long time. That just doesn't seem right to me. It's more probable that I reanimated him under Dr. Dekker's guidance.
Your idea of probability is pretty important. Right. Well, I've never seen Dekker outside of your sessions.
How astute, Doctor. Yes, I did say I hadn't seen Dr. Dekker outside of our sessions. That wasn't a lie. Our trip to the lake house was made during a session.
Har, har, har. Did you speak to the girl at the lake house?
I didn't speak to her this time. Something about her made me feel uneasy. I just watched her from the bedroom window. She'd caught a fish. She was holding it in her hands.
Okay. What did the girl do with it? Did she just, like, bite its head off?
I wasn't close enough to see, but for all intents and purposes, it looked as if the fish bit her.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive.
Please tell me that's some British nursery rhyme I'm not aware of, because that was creepy. Hint. And what happened?
I think it was a mistake taking Dr. Dekker to see David. Dr. Dekker wanted to examine him, so they went into a different room. I wasn't worried. David wouldn't speak. But Dr. Dekker seemed very distant after that. He didn't say a word on the way back.
Okie dokie. Elin. Hello, Elin. You're the nurse. That's right. Hello, nurse lady. How are you today, Lady Angel of Death person?
I'm okay, I suppose. Work's fine. Hilda's fading fast. Terry's Terry. I feel a bit sad, to be honest. I gave all my keepsakes back.
Uh-oh. Let me guess. Legal trouble.
Well, I thought about it, and well, I know you said it was okay, that I should keep them, but maybe it did look a bit suspicious, me having things that have belonged to patients who've died in my care. I don't want people to get the wrong idea about me. The locket, the watch, the ring, even the little bird Sarah Dekker gave me. I wasn't supposed to mention her.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's her mom. Or that's Dekker's mom. Yes. Who is Sarah Dekker?
Dr. Dekker's mother. She was one of my first patients, but she died a while ago.
Mm-hmm. There's way too many connections here. How is Hilda?
Hilda's nearing the end. She's been sleeping a lot, not eating much. She hasn't been that argumentative either. Although, she did give me a vicious scratch yesterday.
Well, that's unfortunate. Why did you do that?
It was nothing. I was just trying to give her meds. It's hard, you know? I'm trying to help her, but she keeps fighting me. It'll be better after she's seen her daughter. I've decided I'm going to do it tonight. She hasn't got much time left.
Okay. Do what tonight?
You know the answer to that, Doctor. What have we been talking about? What can I do for Hilda that will make it all better?
Oh, right. Look like her daughter. Damn. Right. Right. You're gonna pretend to be Hilda's daughter tonight.
That's the plan. I know, it sounds unbelievable, like I'm making it up. I wish I could prove it to you somehow. We could try shifting now. Think of someone you really love. It might help if you close your eyes. Are you thinking of them? Can you picture them? Okay, hold on.
What the?
Sorry. gonna work. On the bright side, that probably means you're not gonna die anytime soon.
Oh, that's what that means. Okay, yes, that is the absolutely logical conclusion to this. What do you say when you shift? You say, it's shifting time. God, I apologize to everyone that watches this. I feel bad.
It's tricky. I mean, I'll sound exactly like Hilda's daughter, but I try and keep it vague because I don't become her. I don't know what she would really say. I say things like, it's okay, don't be scared, I love you, Mum, or I love you, Dad. But it doesn't really matter what their relationship's like because it's not really them. I always do the Disney version. The best, most loving version. That's what my patients want to hear.
Yeah.
And maybe deep down they know it's not the truth, but it's got to be better than the reality.
Possibly. Oh, boy. Why bother if they know it's not the truth?
Does it really matter if it isn't the truth? Isn't it worth it if it brings them peace? Tell me honestly, Doctor, do you really think that what I'm doing is wrong?
Oh, God. Nah. It's not
Good, because I really feel this is something I have to do.
Let's see. Do you about the paper spike? Okay, what just happened? Let's see. Why do you feel sad?
I know it's silly, but those things meant a lot to me.
Oh, keep
They
sense.
were reminders that I'd helped those people.
That's understandable. How is Terry? Better question, who is Terry?
Terry seems to have backed down since I gave the keepsakes back.
Oh, the coworker.
Actually, it doesn't seem like she's been very well. Not her usual self. Maybe she's got a bug or something.
That was way too ominous. Paper spike.
It's true then. I'd heard Dr. Dekker was stabbed, but I didn't know for sure. It's weird that whoever did it would choose the paper spike.
Why is that weird?
Dr. Dekker used to play with it in our sessions sometimes. You know, pick it up, handle it while we talked. I remember once, he pushed the spike through his skin. Yeah, this bit here between his thumb and his finger.
Ow.
He said he didn't think I'd mind the sight of blood being a nurse and all that, but actually, there wasn't any.
Oh, Dekker. Oh, jeez. Why wasn't there any blood?
I was a bit freaked out. At first, I thought it was a trick. A magic trick, you know? Like some kind of therapeutic test. Show the patient this retractable spike and see how they react. But it wasn't. The spike was real.
How do you know it was real? Did you stab yourself?
Dr. Dekker gave me the paper spike to try. It wasn't fake. It was pretty sharp, actually. I don't know how he did it. He said he just thought that it wouldn't hurt him, so it didn't.
Mind over matter. Right. Okay, why did you say I'm not going to die soon?
As far as I know, it only works on people who are close to death. That's the whole point of it. I have to hold their hand, and they have to think of the person, and they have to be near death. And those seem to be the 3 criteria.
Okay, then. Why did you want to know about Sir Dekker?
It just makes things complicated, doesn't it? I knew Dr. Dekker's mother before I started seeing Dr. Dekker. She's dead, and now he's dead, I'm sure you're gonna have a field day with it.
You could say that. You know Sarah Dekker? Did you know that? His mother.
Yeah, that's the reason I came to see him. I knew she was dying, but he refused to talk to me unless I booked a session, so I did. And well, here we are.
And yeah, never left. Why didn't he want to talk about his mum?
I told Dr. Dekker that his mum was dying, that he should see her before it's too late. But he wasn't interested. It wasn't like he hated her, it was just like it wasn't important. He asked me to take care of it for him. He did send his assistant along to see her once. Sorry, your assistant.
Taking care of it.
It was about the second, third session we had. He said he could tell that I was a good person, that I wanted to help people, and that I should think really hard about how I could do that. That's how I discovered shifting.
Oh, great. So he taught it to you. That's lovely. His idea?
All Dr. Dekker did was encourage me to think. But the shifting, that's all me. And my mum's a psychic, and my sister's an empath, but I was just ordinary. I always felt like I wasn't special, like I was missing out. But I wasn't. I just hadn't discovered what I could do yet. Sarah Dekker was one of the first ones I tried shifting for.
Did you shift for her?
I didn't really know what I was doing that first time. I mean, I didn't actually expect anything to happen. I just thought, what would really help this woman? I thought maybe she would just imagine that he was there. But it actually happened. I changed into him, Dr. Dekker. It blew my mind.
Okay. How is your mum psychic?
My mum's got these spirit guides and they tell her things. Mostly about my love life, it would seem.
Oh, goodness. What's an empath?
To tell you the truth, I don't really know what an empath is. I should probably Google it sometime.
Okay, then. Oh. Perhaps that's another question. Or perhaps I should hit hint. Is it a macro that says hint? Hint. When did Sarah Dekker die? Good question. When did...
I can't remember exactly. I'd only just started seeing Dr. Dekker.
That was highly unhelpful. Okay, alright, naked beach lady. There's that look. Oh god, here we go. How are you today?
I'm okay. Thanks for asking. It's rent day, and I always feel a little blue on rent day.
And why do you feel blue on rent day? Or what's rent day?
Rent day is the day I pay rent to my landlady.
That's what I assumed. Why do you feel blue on rent day? I guess I'm gonna kick this back out is the thing I've already asked, right?
I pay my rent to a landlady. I don't own my own place. I'm just passing through.
Okay, that was absolutely pointless. Something beautiful, okay?
You've got a good memory, Doctor.
I don't.
Let's talk dreams. Sometimes I'll dream about a light. Deep in the ocean somewhere. I head towards it because it's warm and glowing like a beacon. And when I'm at the bottom, it's the most beautiful thing. Like a welcoming sun. Like I'm home. and then I wake up.
Okay. Why a beacon?
It's so beautiful. It calls me. It's like I'm in a trance. What does the dream mean, Doctor?
Oh boy, dream analysis. Here we go. Here we go. Searching for something. That would be my guess.
I guess. I hate being in the same place for too long. Maybe I'm always searching for paradise or something.
Sure, that could be it. More blackouts.
I've had no blackouts, and I haven't been to the beach since our last session. But I think I will today. Do you want to come with me to the beach?
Sorry, sweetheart, I've got a session. Maybe someone should come with you to the beach.
Doctor, I think you're getting a little anxious. If you ever wanted to visit the beach, you can just turn up. It's not mine.
But you being there at the same time is an ethical problem. Do you know anything about the paper spike?
Dr. Dekker used to put my checks on that thing. I guess someone thought they weren't getting value for money.
What? Checks.
I actually don't have a lot of money. Sometimes a therapy check would bounce, but Dr. Dekker would be okay with it.
Of course he would.
Oh, my checks are fine though, don't worry.
Oh, money problems? Yeah, 'cause you gotta pay for all those clothes.
I'm not broke. Men buy me drinks at bars though. Sometimes I'll get away with not paying at restaurants. Isn't that how it is for everybody?
No, it really isn't. And there's reasons why that I'm not gonna mention on a live stream. Okay. I often go to bars and restaurants.
I mainly like drive-thrus. I don't like crowds, and I find it difficult to stay in the same place for too long. I guess I'm a fidget.
A what? He just likes crowds at night.
Crowds at nightclubs and bars are different. The lights are dim. You can slink around without attracting too much attention.
Okay, then. Why slink? What are you doing to my painting? Sit down. Don't touch that. Jeez.
Sometimes I'll kiss a guy in a club, and then he just follows me. Wherever I go. It's creepy.
Yeah?
I don't want everyone seeing that.
No. That's not good. Where do people follow you?
They follow me. Wherever I go. Anywhere. Where do you think they follow me, Doctor?
Home. What happens if they follow you?
It depends where they follow me. If they follow me home, they bang on the door for an hour or so, then leave. Other places, they just disappear. I don't see them again.
I don't know what's up with this. What do you mean they disappear?
They don't just disappear into thin air. I think they return to the place I found them. But I've not run into the same person twice.
Okay. You're okay with men buying you drinks?
It's just good manners to accept when someone offers to buy you a drink. I'm a very good-natured girl.
I mean, just make sure they don't put anything in them. Why are you good-natured?
Don't you think I'm sweet, Doctor?
Oh, God. Do I have to answer that? Yes, you're sweet. Ha ha ha.
I think you're falling for me, Doctor.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't let that get in the way of helping me.
I would refer this patient to someone else so fast. Because I'm not getting myself involved in this That's a bad idea. Do people ever follow you home?
Yes, they follow me home. They're silent. It's like a trance.
What? Do they follow you to bed? Oh, God, sure.
There was one guy, a real gym buddy. I let him into the bedroom, but nothing. Nothing I did would stop him just staring at me. It was creepy. I got him to follow me outside, and then I just shut the door.
There's probably some Lovecraftian reference I'm missing at this. Ugh. Hey, talk to me about Dekker. Yes, let's do that. Let's talk about the dead guy.
Are we still talking about him?
We are.
And I thought you were just interested in me, Doctor.
The game's named after him, so we gotta talk about him. Did Dekker visit you?
Dr. Dekker suggested home visits. I think he was probably checking up on his investment. You're not thinking of doing home visits, are you, Doctor?
Nope. I'm staying far away from your house. No.
That's good. I'm not sure I can afford any more of your time.
What? Oh, give me a hint. Come on, hint. Why do people stand there in a trance? Good question.
They're in some kind of trance, like zombies. But I don't know what they want.
Okay. Alright, Nathan. Nate. What's up, buddy boo? How are you today?
I burned the photos of Hannah.
Good.
It didn't work.
Damn.
I suppose because the loss was superficial. The next thing I burned was the rocking chair. That worked. I've been getting rid of her stuff ever since. There was a day when I attacked a Salvation Army bin, but I gave in.
Okay, then. What happened at the Salvation Army bin?
I accidentally put Hannah's diary into a Salvation Army donation bin. They're like huge post boxes with a circular tray that makes sure things spill to the bottom. I tried to get in to get it back, but I gave up.
Well, all her secrets are now out into the world.
I read the last few weeks of Hannah's diary a while ago. I must have accidentally dropped in some clothes for the Salvation Army bin. It's funny, because I wasn't going to read it. She said she'd fallen out of love with me.
Oh.
That she was going to break off the engagement.
Oh, damn.
That she didn't love me anymore. I regretted it.
Oh, that's a double kick in the nether regions. Jeez. What do you regret?
I regretted that I mourned for Hannah so long. I regret the grief. I regret all the days I slept through because of it. Had I known she didn't love me anymore, things would have been different. I'm a bit angry now. If I had that day over again, I may just still pull out in front of the driver.
Wow, that's a 180 right there, boy. Shall we talk about Hannah?
Can we maybe not talk about Hannah anymore? And thanks for the dating advice, by the way.
Dating advice?
You told me not to look for anyone else until I was ready. So I didn't. I've just been sitting at home, reading Hannah's diary, stewing. I ordered a pizza. A nice girl delivered it.
Did you get her number? Well, tell me about Dekker. Dekker.
I've told you all I know about Dr. Dekker. He started out good, then turned a bit crazy towards the end. When you start giving people more problems as a therapist, that's a bit crazy.
That's when you need to hang up your... What would a therapist hang up? His chair? I don't know. You get the idea. What problems did he give you?
I started out with depression. Now I seem to repeat days. even if you don't believe the repeat days, then I clearly have extra mental health problems that he's given me.
Okay. Why was he crazy?
I think that he possibly cursed other people, a bit like he cursed me.
Oh.
Sometimes you could see he was bursting to tell me about it, but he couldn't. He was ecstatic with power.
Okay. So, Dekker is Cthulhu? How did he curse you?
The curse. Well remembered. I was hoping you'd forget. It's going to sound crazy. Dr. Dekker said I would never be able to move forward until I came to terms with my grief. And so from this point on, I start to relive the same day over and over again until I made something of it. I believed him.
Okay. Why did you believe Dekker?
I didn't want to believe him. I remember I said, you can't just say things and they happen. He laughed and laughed. I think he was going mad. He said he'd give me a demonstration.
What demonstration did he give you?
He held his hand outstretched and told me to look at the flame. There was no flame, and then there was. He was holding a flame in his hand that had come out of nowhere. And he tried to hypnotize me to make me forget it.
Okay, someone tell me. Was that an illustration for my benefit, or did that actually happen in-game? I'm going to have to assume it's the former, because otherwise he would have started freaking out. Remember the flame? It'll hypnotize you.
I didn't forget seeing the flame. He wanted me to forget it all, but I didn't. For whatever reason, he couldn't undo what he'd done. I was scared. I pretended like the hypnosis had worked.
Okay, then. What did he want? Why did he want you to forget?
He'd become bored of me, so I got much of my insight from calls or messages he'd take during our sessions. I think because he hypnotized me, he didn't want to play with me anymore, so I got basic therapist.
What? What's a basic therapist?
He told me lots of people get depression, to become more active, see more people. And although he wouldn't always be there to listen, Jaya would be.
What? He recommended the receptionist?
Yeah, I talked to her quite a lot. I'm not sure how many days of that she'd remember. She seemed to care, which is more I can say for Dekker.
I mean, I do like her, but she is nice. But okay, what were you scared of?
I was scared what Dr. Dekker would do to me if he found out I still knew. So I had to play along, keep coming to the sessions, pretend I hadn't seen what he'd done. It was awful, because I was suffering through the same days over and over again, but I couldn't talk to him about it, because he'd know.
Okay, then. Paper spike.
I remember the spike. It was very sharp. Dekker used to fool around with it during the sessions, but I mostly just kept my head down. Most of the time it paid not to look at what he was doing.
Why did it pay not to look at what he was doing? Did you kill Dekker so you wouldn't have to suffer through repeat? Whoa! Okay, let's just put it right out there. Oh my!
When you live life as I do, you don't really know what has happened and what hasn't anymore. Sometimes I do things and I repeat the day so they're undone. I've done some things I'm not proud of, but none of it usually sticks.
Usually. What have you done?
Dekker was a dangerous person. I'm glad he's dead. You'll get no glowing references from me.
So, that sounds like a confession. Okay, let's talk about the pizza girl. Yeah, it's a pizza girl.
It took a week of days to get that pizza girl to smile. And you know what did it? A tip, as much as the pizza cost. So money does make you happy.
Okay, and how did Dekker want to make? How did Dekker want him to make something? This isn't gonna work.
Like I said, it takes something like a tragic event to move my day forward.
Okay.
I do more and more bizarre things to try and get things moving. It's a curse, like I said.
Yay, more things unlocked. Let me see. Price, another question. Claire, another question. I'm done. I miss stuff, but I don't really care.
You can stop looking at me like that. You've made me do this. And don't try and escape. You're all tied up. Now tell me the truth. Is this a dream?
What? What? Yes, it's a dream.
That's a good doctor. Yes, it's all a big dream. So let's get down to business. Do you believe that people can have kinetic powers?
No, but they do. So no. Ow.
I think you like it when I hurt you, Doctor. That's a worrying sign. People obviously have kinetic powers. That's how I'm here, testing you. Now, how do we treat people with kinetic powers? Do we encourage them or do we discourage them?
I'm gonna say discouragement. I'm about to get slapped again.
Very good,
Okay.
Doctor. That's the right answer. Remember it, or there will be consequences. Now, since I'm here, let's have a little bit of fun.
Uh-oh.
Shall we, Doctor?
What the actual frick? What? What?
There's someone else in my hour.
I brought David back to life.
I removed the chains, dressed her.
It was Iris.
We could try shifting now.
Would you like to see David, Doctor?
Sorry.
We both read The Cult of the Kinetic Mind. I'm not broke. It's no coincidence that most psychokinetic patients are
Grateful if you could see your way to declaring me
insane, or at least
temporarily insane.
There was no flame. And then there was.
I'll kiss a guy,
I pretended like the hypnosis had worked.
and then he just follows me
Can we maybe not talk about Hannah anymore?
wherever I go.
I may just still pull out in front of the driver.
Oh boy. What is it?
Morning, Doctor.
Oh, hi.
You're looking a bit unwell. Are they getting you all wound up? Well, have a look at this. I found it in Dropbox. Apparently, Dr. Dekker lent Mariana some money. Sounds dodgy, doesn't it? I also got the toxicology report back from Officer Yates, and shocker, Dr. Dekker had... Sorry, you just have to read it. I should have spoiler alert tattooed on my forehead. And can we not do the grief counselling thing today? I'm all sorts of behind on work and I'm getting more stressed out watching it all pile up. If you need anything though, I'm here.
Oh boy, who do I gotta talk to today? Oh, Glenn? Oh, we're gonna start. Oh, what? Sit! Sit right, lady. Oh my god. Oh, sure. Let's look at the toxicology report. Yeah. So, ethanol and temazepam. Okay, loan agreement. £15,000. Arraignment fee £1. Interest amount. Oh my god. The lender also agrees to get the loan repaid if info should they die. Well, that sounds like a murder motive right there. Also, that signature looks really wonky. Okay. Okay, then. Let's talk about you. How are you today?
I feel thirsty, Doctor.
Uh-oh.
And hot.
Uh-oh.
Do you have any water?
Sure, let's get you some water. Why do you feel thirsty and hot?
I've been drinking a lot of water recently. I didn't go to the beach. I didn't go to the sea. I said I would, but I didn't. I've been feeling this way for a while. It's like it's getting worse because I didn't go to the sea. It's like I'm having...
Like you're having anxiety attacks? How are you getting worse?
I don't feel well. I feel sick most of the time, dizzy, thirsty. I got a head fog like you wouldn't believe. My doctor, Dr. Rose, sent me for blood tests.
And what did the blood test reveal? What are they for?
Dr. Rose thinks maybe I have a vitamin deficiency. I can tell she has no idea. She smiles, but she hasn't got any answers. I think I probably need to go back to the beach. The sea, Doctor. It's calling me.
Are you the Little Mermaid? The sea is calling you.
This sounds crazy,
Uh-oh.
but I can hear the sea.
Oh boy.
It's like an alarm going off in my head. Do you know where the sea is? From here? It's over there. Wherever I am, I know exactly where the sea is.
So you are
It's
the
like a compass.
That's fantastic. What does the alarm sound like?
I hear a sound like singing, calling me. It gets stronger when I face it, when I move towards it. That's how I know where the sea is. But when I don't go to the sea, I feel like the sound gets louder all the time. I'm having trouble sleeping. Perhaps I need sleeping tablets after all.
Let's see. Talk about the beach a lot.
I have this recurring dream. I'm at the beach. I strip and walk into the sea. The sea feels warm and comforting. Not cold and harsh like you'd think. I swim down to the bottom of the ocean.
Ah, the beacon.
I can breathe freely. I can breathe water. On the ocean floor ahead of me, there's a beautiful creature. A glowing being with wispy limbs. It's so warm. I'm transfixed. But my feet shift. I'm unsteady. Below me, the floor is woven in human flesh. Dead bodies, but some of them still struggling for life. These are the ones touching me, gripping my feet. I scream. That's when I wake up. Do you have that dream, Doctor?
No, I have never had that dream. But I'm going to say that I do.
I think you're mocking me.
Yes, I am.
I'd like to leave.
Okay. But you will not leave. Has anyone else followed you?
Do you forget anything from our sessions, Doctor? People follow me to the beach. I don't know who they are, and I don't know what happens to them. I don't always get followed though, so it doesn't explain my blackouts.
What's the glowing being?
It's a dream, Doctor. Stranger things happen in dreams.
Okay. What happens to your followers?
I said I don't know what happens to them. It's not always to the beach. Sometimes they follow me home.
We've mentioned this. Sometimes you let them into your bedroom and bad. Yeah, weird. Where's home?
My home is in Chantry. You know that. You rang my doorbell last night.
No, I did not. Why would I come to your house?
I don't know. I didn't kiss you, but you just followed me, like the others. I don't feel comfortable here, Doctor. I'd like to leave.
What the hell is happening? Do you take Tanzanite?
What's temazepam? Why are you asking?
Don't worry about it.
I don't take sleeping pills. Never have done.
You said you want them.
When you suffer blackouts already, you don't really get offered anything like that.
Was Dekker an alcoholic?
I've seen Dr. Dekker drink, but not that much. Certainly not during our sessions. He had other things on his mind,
Like
I'm
you?
sure.
Dekker loan you money?
He lent me some money to start my business.
15K.
It was a proper agreement.
No interest.
I remember signing things. He thought that a distraction would do me good. I don't think he expected me to trawl the beach for treasure and sell it online.
Wait, that's your business? What did you need a distraction from?
Dr. Dekker thought I had too much time on my hands, so a distraction would do me good. He lent me $15,000, all in all.
It's just a few dollars. You know I never rang your doorbell.
If you say so, it must have been your twin then.
My twin?
I don't know if I have a twin. Do you have a twin, Doctor?
But I hope not, for their sake. No, I don't have a twin.
I know you don't. It was definitely you, wearing what you're wearing now.
Oh, jeez. That's a bad sign. Been dancing recently? Sure.
No, there's been no dancing. I haven't been feeling that well, Doctor.
Okay. Has Nathan spoken to you?
He's the cute, sad-looking one, isn't he? He asked me out, and I said I'd let him know. Do you think I should go out with him?
Oh, that's some ethics issues right there. Sure, why not?
Okay, but if he goes missing, don't go looking at me.
Yeah, ethics. Who cares? Ethics don't matter anymore, right? Right. I can stop you having... it's a referral letter.
It's a referral letter, Doctor? Don't overthink it. A girl can't be too careful with everything that's been going on.
Huh. What? I can stop you having blackouts.
You said it with such a serious look on your face, I almost believed you. It would be good if you had some kind of superpower that helped me, but I don't think so.
And let me guess. Yep. Hint. Hint. Why are you... Like she's going to know. Okay. I'm telling you, man, these prompts are so out there. Who the hell would think to ask this question?
I do nothing. People follow me. I don't ask them to.
What did that... Oh, Jesus. Okay. Okay. It happened. Glenn. Who the hell is Glenn? Oh, hi. You're new. What's your problem? Who are you, Glenn?
Sorry, I'm Glenn.
You were
I didn't
nervous.
expect to be here. I was looking for the men's room.
What the... Okay, sure. Let's go down this rabbit hole.
Like I said, I was in the green room. You know, that new restaurant in town. I actually need to do something. Done. Sorry. I was in the middle of a date and needed the restroom, and here I am.
What the actual hell? The restroom.
Sorry, you're not familiar with my case. I stepped through the restroom door into your office. Sometimes when I go through a door, it opens to another place.
What's with this?
No, I shouldn't imagine she did that. I didn't even pass through the waiting room. Besides, it's lunchtime, she won't be there.
What the hell is happening?
No, not really. But it's lunchtime, and you don't normally see patients now. Well, Dr. Dekker didn't normally see patients now.
What's that look for? Tell me about Dekker, sure.
Dr. Dekker was crazy. I arrived late to the party. Apparently, he was a fine, upstanding citizen before. I don't know what changed him. Of the few sessions I had with him, he'd observed me walking through doors.
Okay, then. What do you observe?
I'd walk through a door and I'd disappear. And then I couldn't get back. The session was £150 either way, so I paid that for a couple of times and then decided it was a bad idea. As you can see, it's still happening.
What the hell's happening? What's still happening?
The doors. I'm still vanishing from one place to another.
You're playing Portal. I need you to log off of Steam. What's causing your problem?
My dad died.
Oh.
He was on his deathbed and I was complaining about work, women or whatever. It was an idiom. He said, when one door closes, another opens. Then he died. I needed those words to be important. So here I am.
So you turned yourself into a portal gun. Whew, boy. Sure, let's talk about dear old dad.
He was stoic. He had tuberculosis in his lungs. That's what killed him. Nobody knew until the end. I never got to say I loved him.
No. Well, that's sad. I'm sorry to hear that. Do you regret not saying you loved him?
Yeah, maybe. He'd split with my mum 3 years earlier. It was messy. It was bad. I didn't talk to him really at all. They called me as next of kin, said I should come in if I wanted to say goodbye. I did love him. He just broke everything.
Okay, then. Did you make peace? I don't think you did.
No. I hadn't seen him for so long. I just let it all out. I screamed, I shouted, I punched the walls. Do you know what he said?
Uh-oh. Go F yourself?
Sorry.
Oh.
Over and over again. Like you really meant it.
Oh.
He did. He really meant it. And when I stopped, when I was exhausted, he smiled at me. Like he cherished me. Like he'd been waiting to say sorry. Waiting for forgiveness.
And you didn't give it to him. Fun.
I didn't get to.
Oh.
I didn't get to say I loved him. I didn't get to forgive him. He just said when one door closes, another opens. And he died. What does he think of me?
Wait, what? He did love you. But I'm glad there's no other options.
All those years, thinking I was the bigger man. It turns out he was. There's no going back, is there, Doctor?
Well,
When one door closes, it's shut forever?
Well, I know a certain stabby lady that if your dad has been dead for a short enough period of time, she might be able to help you, but I somehow think it's been more than a week. No, the door's not shut forever.
How? How do I go back?
I just talked myself into a corner. Try to forgive yourself. That's a good answer.
I think you're probably right. I've been trying to address the symptoms and not the root of the problem. You might be the best replacement doctor this place has seen. I'll book a real appointment next time, and you can help me with this. Thanks, Doctor.
Open a door back.
I hadn't thought of that. I've just been thinking when I open a door, it goes somewhere else in the present, not in the past. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. I'll try that. Now. I'll try that now.
And he's gone. Scarlet, who the hell are you? And what were you doing? I want to ask first, what were you doing on Valentine's Day? I don't know who you are. Where are you in the night of the murder? God, who are you?
Scarlet.
Scarlet.
I haven't been in since he died. Since Dr. Dekker died.
Tell me about... I'd rather know about her, but sure. What about Dekker?
He was a complicated man, as I suppose most people are.
Definitely.
His external persona didn't match what he dreamed about.
Were you analyzing him or he analyzing you? What did you dream about?
His dreams were amazing.
What?
Filled with a spectrum of colours and creatures. It was like Narnia for grown-ups. That was in the beginning.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. How do you know what his dreams look like?
I'm a dream walker.
Oh.
I can visit people and help them in their dreams.
Oh.
You've not caught up on all his old patients yet, then?
I have not, obviously. What creatures were... that's how do you dream on first?
It's something I've been able to do since I was little. I was born an identical twin, and my sister and I shared dreams. We just thought it was normal. When our younger brother started having night terrors, we helped him. I just need to know the person, a little, and know they're dreaming. Then I can sort of jump into them.
Oh boy. And do what? Tell me about jumping into people. That's a great way of phrasing that.
It's something I think in my mind. Firstly, I need to sleep myself. I'm constantly tired, so I can pretty much sleep on demand. Before I go, I think of jumping into that person. That's how it works for me. I've tried teaching others, but I don't know if anyone else can do it.
Okay then. Who have you taught?
I don't know. Lots of people. Whenever I get close enough to tell somebody about it, the first thing they want to do is try it out or have me visit their dreams. That's kind of why I'm here. Relationships.
Huh? Relationships?
It's difficult to sustain them. I'm not just talking about romantic entanglements. It's hard keeping friends, too. Like I said before, I tell them about my ability and they immediately want to try it out.
Then don't tell them!
The problem is, I don't normally like what I see.
Fun! Very fun. Why don't you like... Were you dating Dekker? God. Why don't you like what you're seeing?
I think people try to show off. Firstly, they're a bit shocked if I turn up in their dream. But when they're comfortable with that, they start to put on a show. But most people can't control their dreams.
Yes, they
So
can.
they tend to turn into nightmares pretty quickly. Oh look, I'm dreaming of a giant Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Oh, why is it destroying New York?
That was awkward as hell. Why do other people's dreams affect your relationships?
When you've experienced someone's dream, if they've been a bit creepy in it or terrified me, it's hard to look someone in the eyes after that. It's embarrassing. What should I do, Doctor? Should I not tell people about my ability? Keep it a secret, bottle it up?
Yes. Yes. Keep it secret.
I'm not sure that's healthy, but I guess I could give it a try. What if it accidentally comes out? Is there anything else I can do to stop pushing people away?
Oh, God. Refuse to dreamwalk.
So, if I could breathe through my ears, you wouldn't want to see it. I do say no. A lot. But I usually cave eventually.
If I can breathe through... The hell's that even supposed to mean? Be honest?
Double honest. Interesting. I suppose I haven't really tried that. I might just give that a go.
Except for just dreams?
It's difficult to do when you experience them like I do. But I know what you're saying is right. A lot of the time I assume people are controlling their dreams like I can. But they're probably directed by their subconscious, and who controls that?
Yes, very few people can do lucid dreaming. Pretty much. You're just along for the ride. Okay. What creatures were in his dream?
Fluid. Soft. Intricate things. I couldn't draw a picture if you asked. But they drew you to them. They looked a little strange, but you felt compelled to watch them.
That's weird. How did they change?
Chaotic, dark. Like an earthquake, everything you stood on shifted into something else. I think he was fighting with something internally. And it was winning.
Okay. What was he fighting?
I don't know. It's a turn of phrase. Inner demons? Insanity?
Madness?
I don't know.
An infectious
I can
madness?
visit dreams, but I can't force the dreamer to interact with me.
Huh. Were you dating him?
He's dead now, so I suppose it won't affect him if I admit that. So yes, I was. Not near the end, though. Not when his dreams started changing.
Ah.
Like I said, my ability ruins relationships. Who told you? Jaya?
No one told me.
Just thought she'd know. Thought she'd know everything about her precious Dr. Dekker. Sorry, we didn't speak that much. But she was a lot like the other woman. So much control over someone who was supposed to be her superior.
What were you doing on Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day was awful. I had a bit of an accident with a creme brulee torch and had to spend the night waiting in A&E.
Oh.
I melted a nail to my finger.
Oh.
It hurt a lot and needed stitches. It's all fine now, though.
Okay, then. How about I ask a hint? Can you prove that you can dreamwalk?
And this is exactly what I'm talking about. You're asking me for proof. How can I do that? Get into your head, into your dreams? We don't have any real relationship yet, Doctor. But you are growing on me. Let's not break that just yet.
You're trying to sound threatening, but I really don't care. Okay. Bryce. Brycey boy! How's my favorite 25-hour-a-day dude doing? How are you?
I'm fine. I'm worried.
Uh-oh.
My pursuer in the hour, he's definitely military. I've developed a new skill to deal with him.
Uh-oh. What might that skill be, Brycey boy?
Last night, I saw him draw something from his jacket.
A gun.
He was approaching me, grinning. I had nowhere to go. So I closed my eyes and imagined. Well, I imagined being back home. And when I opened them again, I was.
Oh, great.
I'd teleported.
Oh, how do I unpack this? And how did you teleport?
I was as surprised as you are. I just imagined I was somewhere else, and there I was. Perhaps Dr. Dekker was right. Think of something, and it becomes real, if you believe in it. But I'll only do it wisely. Imagine the mistakes you might make. Don't want to become one with the igneous layer too soon.
That was not nearly as clever as you thought it was. Have you seen Jessica again?
I saw Jessica across the street this morning. She waved, but I just crumbled. Ever since I took those photos, I haven't been able to face her. Do you think I should tell her about the photos?
Oh, God. Yes, tell her.
Yes, you're right. I should tell her what I've done.
That's a bad
Or
idea.
at least let her have the photos. I don't think she's going to be very pleased.
Oh, no.
I should be honest.
You're going to jail. You're going to jail. But I think you should go there. Okay. How is work?
Work is fine. If anything, I've been falling behind again. I I think it's the stress of not being alone in the midnight hour anymore.
Okay. Do you know... Alright, what are you doing about midnight hour?
I stole a painting. There, I've said it. It was from the local gallery, Providence. I really like it, but I can't afford it. So I took it.
Well, damn. I'm gonna need you to take that back. What else have you stolen?
It's just that one thing, just the painting I've stolen recently.
Recently.
I think my new pursuer is unraveling me. Is it okay to steal things, Doctor? If I really like them?
No!
I thought you'd say that. I will do my best to refrain from it, but I can't promise anything.
Mother of God. Do you know anything about sleeping pills?
My other doctor had prescribed me sleeping pills before I came to see Dr. Dekker. I think they were called temazepam. I never took them.
Uh-oh. Where are those sleeping pills now? Where are those sleeping pills now? No, we didn't talk about that already. God.
I never saw Dr. Dekker touch a drop. Doesn't mean it wasn't going on behind closed doors, though, does it?
Okay. Oh, God. That's a whole other thing. How do you know our Jeff military? How do you know this?
My pursuer. He's measured in his approach, watching, testing. When he finally came for me, I wasn't ready. I think he underestimated me, though, and that allowed me to escape. He didn't think I'd be able to just leave. Why do you think he's coming after me, Doctor? Oh, I think I might know.
Oh, you do? Why do you think he's coming after you?
I think he's death, Doctor.
Death.
I think I saved that old woman from burning to death in bed, and now he's coming after me to even the score. Do you think it could be death?
Is Death military trained? No.
It's just me. I'm going crazy.
Yes.
I'm so strange.
Yes.
Everything about me is strange already, but
Yes.
to have another presence in my hour, it's unhinged me.
That's fun. Okay. Can you demonstrate how you teleport?
These sessions cost a lot of money, Doctor. I'm not just going to leave in the middle of one. But I can see you don't believe me. Do you really want me to teleport, Doctor?
Why don't we do that after I ask all the other questions? You said you really feel unraveling.
No, I'm not becoming him. I'm not becoming Dekker.
That was not the question I asked, but that's very insightful. Okay, whatever.
Yes, that's David Castleford. I've no idea when it was taken. Shocking composition.
Okay. What if I told you I could stop your curse?
No, Doctor. No, you can't. I've seen what you can do. You can listen and ask, but you don't have any real power.
Okay. Okay, buddy. Tell me about your referral.
I was one of Dr. Dekker's first patients. I wasn't referred by anyone. My GP recommended I saw someone privately. I think he was just sick of listening to me complain about how little time I had during our 10-minute slot.
Well, yeah, understandably so. Yes, teleport.
Blink, and you'll miss it. Told you.
There's something on your face there. You okay? Oh, what the hell's happening? What was the... Why does the painting matter?
It's a painting of a spider in a large web on the pendulum of a grandfather clock that's stuck at 3:15.
Wow, I'm so glad I got that information. That is so helpful. Oh, jeez. Can I make it through 4 more of these? Oh, God. Do I want to stop now, or do I want to get through these 4? I guess that's less I've got to deal with later. Sure, let's slog on. Alright, hey, Stabby Girl. How we today?
There's no lake house today, sorry. David's not doing very well. He's caused a problem with the girl. I need to do something.
Okay, this is going to be fun to unpack. What's the problem with
The little girl, our neighbor at the lake house, she says David is weird and creepy.
Doctor! Oh,
Jesus
sorry,
Christ.
but I found some of the referral letters we were talking about. There is a pattern, but it's not the same for everyone. He said to get them to you ASAP, so here you go.
Never do that to me again. You bitch. Clues. Okay. Referral letter 1. Claire. Whether she was of sound mind. Mens rea. Oh, mental faculty required for this crime. Okay. Alright. So, Hacken Brown. Chart, token, and Baugh. Mentally unstable, like your estimate doesn't matter. We are happy to cover all costs with. Okay. Cat rummage. No, it's the same font. That's not suspicious. It's just production value. Doctor. Another client today for psych evaluation. If I hope that you concur with my suspicion, they will find insane of the guidelines set out with the McNaughton rules. Hell, the McNaughton rules. This is whose? Yet another client. So this has been happening a lot. Something strange about these lesser names: Hackett, Brown, Chart, Token, Logcat. Okay, sure. What's David been doing?
David has been hunting and skinning again. But from the look of the torso, he caught a domestic cat. I'm being generous. It was definitely a cat. I spoke to David about it, but I have no idea if he can comprehend me or not. He just grunts at me. He doesn't even smile anymore. Not at all.
As a cat lover, I am not happy.
Yes, sorry. I left out an important detail. The girl, Anushka, she was crying because her cat had gone missing, and she thinks that David killed it. Doctor, I'm worried.
About Anushka?
I'm worried that David's not going to stop at cats.
People.
He's killed deer, rabbits, wild birds, and now cats. I'm worried he might add little girls to his list. I can't stop him.
Anushka? Why can't you stop?
I can't stop him. I can't control him in any way at all. Ever since I brought him back from the dead, he has done nothing but ignore me. I'm starting to think that...
You goofed? You think you goofed?
that I need to put David out of his misery.
I concur. Double
That
murder!
I need to end his suffering. That I need to kill him again. What shall I do, Doctor? Should I kill David?
Oh, this is such an ethical cluster. Sure, kill
I
him.
love him so much.
That's not him anymore.
But you're right. It's time. He's becoming a danger to people around him, not just himself.
Slightly mad. Achievement unlocked. Okay.
I spoke to her again. She wouldn't tell me her name, which is quite right. I am a stranger after all. So I gave her the name Anushka. She said the man that lives in the lake house is weird and creepy.
Okay, good to know. Excuse me. Did you remember the photo?
Oh, yes, here.
Wait, I think I got stuff out of sequence.
From a few weeks ago. As you can see, Doctor, he looks perfectly normal.
This is... I'm not gonna like what I'm about to see. Oh. Okay. That's the photo we showed to the person that we got at... Yeah, that was kind of backwards. Okay, sure. That's fine. That's fine. Fine. Why are you walking towards me? You talked to Bryce or Iris?
I never talked to Bryce, but I did talk to Iris. She didn't want to at first. She blames me for David's death, but as we both know, that's not a thing. Anyway, she said she was never locked up in any basement and had never heard of any Dr. Dekker. So it's, as I first suspected, a lie. You didn't make all of that up so I'd talk to Iris again, did you?
Nope. I did not.
Then Mr. Bryce seems to have a few more issues than me.
Amazing.
Perhaps you should ask him about that.
That's amazing. Can I talk to him? Nope. No, I get whatever. Tell me more about Iris. Sure.
No, don't know.
I hate everything about this.
If Dr. Dekker was an alcoholic, he hid it well. I never saw him drink. He certainly never offered me a drink. God knows I could have used one.
Ma'am?
I've never used sleeping pills. I'm too afraid of what would happen to me in my sleep.
Why are you afraid of what would happen to your sleep?
I don't know what you're talking about, Doctor.
Why am I doing this?
Dr. Dekker was very quiet in our sessions after seeing David. After a while, he started talking about David like he was a pet, asking me what I fed him, what he'd do in certain conditions.
Well, I mean, he's not all there.
I think he was fascinated with it all, and David and I had become new test subjects for him. When I said David never listens to me, he urged me to start giving David treats for pleasing me. Not in that way, but showing him how to close a door, for example. If he did it, give him a treat. It did actually work, but I had to stop myself. I felt like I was training a monkey. It just wasn't right.
Certain conditions.
Dr. Dekker asked me if I'd ever accidentally locked David in, which I hadn't, but curiosity got the better of me, so I locked him in the lake house. He couldn't get out. He didn't have the wherewithal to operate the lock.
Why do you leave him alive? Tell me about your referral.
My solicitors did refer me, but I ended up going privately as it was cheaper. I'm paying them enough already without them getting a percentage of my therapy bill.
Okay. Yes.
That's an interesting idea, Doctor. It's not really something that needs to be done, though. I have no intention of reanimating anybody anymore. It hasn't gone very well in the past.
I can tell. And hint. What does she need? What do you need? I would love context.
I don't know. I need to do something about David. It's just too much. How can I stop thinking about what I've done? Tell me, how should I distract myself, Doctor?
Goodness. Oh, goodness. Okay, I have to call this playthrough for tonight here, because I can only deal with so much of this before I'm just ready to be on the other couch. Okay. So, can I save? I think it's saving my proof. I am 74% of the way done. Woohoo! So, yeah. Next week, I should be able to knock the rest of this out and move on with my life to something else. Okay. Alright, that being said, let's move right along. So, summary, yeah, that's not really changed. I'm still sitting at a solid 6 out of 10. It's interesting, but I have no idea what the hell is going on, and half the questions I ask don't give any response when they honestly should. So it's just, I don't know what. It is what it is. I'll get through it. Then I'll give a final response and not play a game like this again. So, anyhow, thanks for sticking around through me slogging through this again. I don't know if it's the game, more just me. I don't know. The game might be better than I give it credit for. It might just be this is not my kind of thing, but oh well. In any case, we'll just keep plugging right along. Next week, I will get this thing done, hell or high water. But until then, thank you for tuning in, watching Rabbit Haberdashery Revisited, going through again the infectious madness of Dr. Dekker. It's an experience. I'll give it that much, if nothing else. But yeah, hope you had a good time, and I will see you next week. Thanks.